Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play TerraFirmaCraft. Hello. Hi, I'm professional. I'm really good at what I do. My name is Cilantro. This is my mine I have been working on. I have acquired quite a sum of bismuthinite. It's, 1,200 units of it? Let's see, 16 times 25 is 400. So yeah, 1,200 units of bismuthinite. That is way more than enough for now. I do not need to finish mining this out, but it's good that I have it at least prepped and ready to go. So I'm going to head on back after I fill my water and have a drink and a bite to eat, as I am currently starving and or not completely full on those other resources. Get rid of this old nasty shovel. It's not going to do me any good. And let's have some protein. Always an important part of this balanced breakfast. Nom 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 nom. And I decided while I was sitting here thinking about what I was gonna do for my house, I'm going to make my basement out of the smooth rock salt. The theory being that, just to sort of craft a story for my house is embedded in rock salt, and it only would make sense to use external stone above when I could just smooth out the edges below. So I may not even need to have these harvested. Like, I may be able to just chisel the blocks of the basement area with the chisel and just be done with it. But it doesn't hurt to have extra just in case I want to build other buildings and other things out of it. So the basement is probably going to be made from rock salt rocks, whereas the higher stories are going to be made of some combination of this. I'm kind of leaning towards the lighter wood, and I may just use these as the corner posts and then just the planks for the regular ones. Or I may actually just use, you know what, that would probably look pretty nice. I'll have these as the corners and these as the walls. So yeah, I'm going to get started, I think, working on my basement, and I'll be back in a little bit. Hey, it's rain snowing for some reason. I can see rain, but I can also see snow. I'm not really sure what's going on. I've started building sort of the walkway down. I'm starting from the outside. I want to get my entire sort of kitchen area laid out and ready to go before I get too deep into constructing everything else. I am going to end up chiseling out a lot of this stuff, and at least I'll have some extra of the smooth stone, which I'll probably build some of my workshop areas out of the rock salt, because it is very pretty. But I want to make this... Oh, hey, I can talk a little softer now. So I want to make this a nice little staircase, and I kind of want to make it look like it's an actual cellar door that has been flung open, and I have some ideas for that, and we'll hopefully they'll turn out and look nice and not look stupid. So yeah, I'm going to work some more on this and be back when I've made some good progress. Alright, so I've got some more of the basement done. Starting to look pretty good. I feel like I need some trim around the corners and edges, and I probably will put some. I mean, that's one of the nice things about this mod is I can do stuff like this and make a nice little trim to sort of tidy it up a little bit. Let's see how this ends up looking. Hopefully it'll look alright. Could also get a different color of wood as well if I want to try that. Make sure I get this right. So there's that. But I wanted to see exactly in what ways these can or cannot operate as blocks. So for example, I'm going to try to make a flat surface here. What I want to do is I want to make shelves. I want to see if they will actually function as shelves. Okay, so I guess not. I guess I can't use that as a shelf, unfortunately. It doesn't seem to actually be able to hold anything. So I can make decorative shelves, but not shelves that actually do anything. So I'm going to have to come up with some other storage method. So I want to put a bunch of my ceramic vessels down here. This will eventually be where I will probably be doing a lot of my pickling, because I know you can pickle things eventually. Which I might actually be able to do that now, come to think of it. I have salt and water, and I think that's all you need. So I may end up setting some of that stuff up here. So I'm going to have to do some thinking on how exactly I can simulate what a shelf might look like. I'm not sure if you can still make stairs or not. Can I do that? See if I can make a... No? Not like that, at least. What about if I do this? Can I make stairs out of that? No? Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna have to look into exactly how to make wooden stairs officially, and maybe use just upside down wooden stair blocks as shelves. So. Alright, so I did a little bit of digging and research, and I found out that you can actually use detail mode on wood as well, wooden planks at least. So, and you can in fact place blocks on top of at least a fully formed, fully top wooden plank that's been changed into detail mode. So hopefully I can do the same with some actual shelves downstairs. So I'm going to take some time to poke around with that, see if I can't come up with a cool shelf design, and I'll be back. All right, so I just burnt through my entire chisel's durability without realizing it, just to try to finish one shelf, which is seemingly the wrong color. I don't know, as soon as I clicked on it and changed it, the color changed over and is all awkward looking. Let me see if I can even place a vessel on it. And I can't even use the top to place a vessel on it, so I guess the shelf plan's just not quite going to work out, at least not for like a half shelf. I'm going to have to make it a little bit wider. Maybe I'll just make what kind of looks like a workbench or something here. But either way, I can't really be affording to throw away that much copper on fine details right now. I mean, I don't mind using a little bit, but that's just too much. So I guess we're going to have to scrap the shelf idea for now. I was using this to make sure I wasn't going to accidentally chisel my way through the blocks, because I can actually chisel a wall and that'll turn it into a detail block, and that's not something I'm interested in. So I think I'll have to put the furniture project at least on hold. I think it's more important that I get the actual structure of the house done anyway. But I needed to find out for sure. I had to test it. So I'm gonna get some more work done and return. All right, I'm currently cooking up some spare tools. I had to move my my wood a little bit because I was worried that a little cinder would pop out from here. I'm making another chisel since I'm going to be heading out. I want to be able to make only bronze tools from here on out to still conserve as much copper as I can, because I only know of like 1 or 2 more deposits. I have no idea how big they are, and I'd rather just be more conservative and make better tools in the same time. So I'm going to go out and mine a bunch of sphalerite. I know of a few deposits. I'm going to go back to my original island and try to find the biggest deposits so I can do it the most efficiently. There's my prospector's pick. I was panicking there for a second. But in the meantime, I wanted to head down here, as long as I have enough time to do so. I just set that fire, so I should be good. And I wanted to see what was causing this glow. It's most likely lava. And I see some obsidian there. That is stone. So I'm kind of curious why it's glowing when I can't actually see any source of the glowing. I just realized I'm going to start drowning here. I did not bring a ladder or anything to give myself some air. So I'm going to make myself a ladder and be able to get a pocket of air from that. Thought I heard a monster. Sticks, right. There we go. Some ladders. Make sure that my food is completely up to date here. Make sure I'm not hungry. Eat some more of this. It's starting to freeze a little bit more. I guess most likely as we get deeper into winter, it'll probably stay frozen. So hopefully I'll have enough food. I may need to go cut some more seaweed down. I've been noticing it does freeze in areas where there is seaweed, but I don't know if it'll actually freeze and destroy the seaweed or not. I haven't noticed that yet. I've been trying to keep an eye out for it, and I haven't found any destroyed seaweed blocks yet. I don't believe there is any through here. I may not have any food at all if I don't do that. I'm looking forward to being able to pickle stuff, but that's going to be a ways away, unfortunately. There's a lot of progression through this mod for sure. Okay, food's good. We have the ladder. Let me grab some planks so that I can hopefully be able to see a little bit better by propping this up, and I could actually drop torches in here if I made some air pockets, but alright, there we go. It's one of my favorite troll physics things about this game. So let me try. Okay, so it's just a big pool of lava that apparently is glowing through here. What kind of stone are you? You are rhyolite. Okay. Just an underwater pocket, I guess. Well, let's see what's over here. Looks like some more obsidian, but no light source this time. It's very strange, because I mean, I don't think I'm going crazy here. I'm pretty sure there's no visible block that should be causing this light source. I'm glad that there is, but it just seems strange to me that it's glowing through there and not so. Wait, did it just dim a little bit? Am I destroying too much of the lava? Well, it's kind of nice to have a little beacon there in case I ever want to see down there. Oh, am I going to make it? Nope, not quite. Ow. Alright, took one hit, so that's good. Alright, well, I ended up being a dud. I was hoping I'd find like a cave system or something. Now, one of the times when I was out and about in the wilds in that direction, you know what, I think I'm on peaceful. I am. Shame on me. I was AFK doing something earlier. One of the reasons that when I was out exploring that whole landmass over there, I did find a few cave entrances that I would like to. I kind of made a mental note of them that I would like to go back to at some point. I went ahead and rewrote the recipe here. It's going to be interesting trying to smelt this stuff with the bismuthinite because it's 25 units each. So I'm going to have to do it in like groups of 5 ingots. So go up to 100% bismuth. Which is going to make it very interesting indeed. Okay. Cooking is done, so that's good. Crap. Need some room. There we go. And open it up. Throw the chisel mold in there. Nom, 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 nom. And done. Excellent. Break the mold. Give me my chisel. Sweet. All right, I'm going to head out and go find a good deposit of sphalerite and get to mining. All right, I've made my way back to my main island and to the biggest source of sphalerite that I know of. Got a skeleton. Come on. A timer right there. This mace really does a lot of damage, at least against skeletons it does. So yeah, let's get to digging, I guess. This is also kind of on a hill, so I'm probably going to start. You can actually see there's some sphalerite right there. Hopefully it's a good-sized deposit. Oh, actually, what's this? Is this something else too? This is also still a very large sample. It must be a huge, huge bit of sphalerite. So I think I'm going to dig. I'm going to dig this way. And we'll see what we can find here. So get some excavation going and be back. All right, we've already located the sphalerite, so that is not bad. I want to see what density it is. This will dictate how easy it'll be to actually work. It is rich, so it is also 35 units. So it's very interesting. Trying to find the right balance between the materials is going to be fairly difficult, and it may actually be beneficial to have different size of minerals for certain, proportional applications. Either way, I'll take it. So I'm going to mine this up, and we'll get it all figured out. Figured I'd show. Whoa, okay. Let's try this again. Figured I'd show off a little bit in terms of how I actually am approaching the mining process. It's very different from vanilla, that's for sure, because you have to be so much more careful. As far as I understand it, each of these support pillar things supports a radius of 4 blocks out from the central beam. So not this, not these, but the center part is supported in a radius of 4 blocks out and 1 block up and 1 block down. I believe that no cave-ins are possible within that area. Now, I do know, if I recall correctly, that a cave-in can cascade its way through that radius, but can't originate in that radius, as far as I understand it. Yeah, you can even see right here. It's far enough out to even support the gravel. Yeah, it looks a little silly, but it's really probably the only way they could do it that's even close to realistic. So I'll go ahead and mine this out as well. I'm fairly certain, and it's probably famous last words, especially amongst people who play this mod, but I'm fairly certain that you can always dig down without any risk of cave-in, I believe. I'm going to continue with the same pattern that I've been doing, which is to kind of have this sort of orientation for my mines. It seems to be working fairly well. And also, I just realized I am wasting a lot of resources here. One of the reasons I wanted to come here originally to do this was to get smooth stone, and I have not been doing that. That's not good. Because I need a lot of it for my house. So I'm going to have to do some pretty serious math to really try to figure out exactly how these sort of things work out. Now, eventually, I could possibly do something where if I have all the same sort of density of nuggets of ore, so for example, if I have all 35 value ores, I can just put them in the final sort of ratios, and it'll just be done. Just like, there I go again, talking and not paying attention to my chiseling here. And then it'll just be done, and that'll work out quite nicely, actually. So we'll see. Why can I not... I have the hammer on my bar. Why can I not chisel these? Huh. Must be some reason that some of them can't be chiseled? I don't know. I didn't have that problem before when I was working with the sand, or the rock salt. It's very strange. Can I do it now? No? Maybe there has to be like at least 2 exposed faces or something? Maybe that's what it is. There has to be at least 2 exposed faces. So like that won't work either. What about if I do this? Actually, that one might have been chiselable. I'm not certain. Huh. It's kind of unfortunate too, because I really need a lot of these. Yeah, I can't chisel those. I can well, those only have 1 exposed face, and I can chisel those. Caught me dumbfounded. I have no idea why it's working that way. Very dumbfounded indeed. Seems to be a pretty sizable deposit. I mean, that is one... Whoa, that's a lot of ore. That is one of the nice things about when you're finding ores in this game, in this mod, rather, is that when you find them, you usually find a lot. Well, now it's letting me chisel these, but only some of them. So yeah, this will keep me quite sated for quite some time. I don't need a ton of spherolite. It's only used in the alloy. It by itself is not all that useful. So... Alright, yeah, I'm just going to finish up mining here. I'll head back, and we'll try to get some more work on our house done. Hey there, little buddy. What are you? Some kind of a bird. Don't know my bird types very well. Not a chicken. I know that much, at least. I just happened to spot that guy when I was heading back. I think one of these days I may take my boat for a spin out in the open waters and try to find, or at least follow the coast, because I would really like to get some sugarcane or reeds, whatever they're called nowadays, to make a book, so I can make a recipe book. That would be quite amazing. A lot of squid out there. Yep, almost made it home. I just happened to see that little guy squawking at me. It's the first time I've actually taken a boat. I just made a boat and decided, yeah, I probably should be using a boat for my transport. I've had issues with the boat before where it'll just break on me, though. Like, I'll push it. It's always been that way, where when you get out of the boat, it, like, propels it in one direction. Well, there we go. That time it didn't really go too far. So that's not really that big of a deal. Got all these little... crazy, slightly different, rock element outcroppings there. Always makes me wonder what those are. What those have got to hide. Almost out of food too, kind of resulting in just picking seaweed as I see it. And how far into winter are we? Okay, so we made it through December, so we're a third of the way through winter. January and February to go yet, so it's not too bad, I suppose. We'll make it one way or the other. It may not be pretty, but hopefully we'll make it. All right, so I've got some rich failure. I didn't mine a whole lot because I don't really need a whole lot right now. Just enough to keep me going with all the bronze smelting and such. So I'm gonna go do some math and try to figure out what the best ratio is. Considering, like, if these were rich bismuthinite, this would be so much easier because I could just do 5 of these, 3 of these, 2 of these, and I'd be done. But since I can't do that, I have to do some really wonky math. So I'll be back. Okay, I think I did this right. We're going to find out here in a little bit. We're going to science. So in order to make bismuth bronze, you have to have an alloy that is 10 to 20% bismuth, 50 to 65% copper, and 20 to 30% zinc. To that end, I did a little bit of math, and it didn't take too long, and came up with this. So bismuth, we need 75 or 10 to 20% bismuth. We have 75 units. Out of the copper, we have 6 units of 35, which is 210, so it's 285 total. And then we have 3 units of rich sphalerite. It's 105 with another small for 115. So 285 from here, 115 from here is 400. That's exactly enough for 4 ingots, or 4 ingots worth. I'm not going to make ingots, obviously, but 4 ingots worth. So bismuthinite, 75 out of 400 is 18.75%, which is within the 10 to 20%. Copper, 210 out of 400 is 52.5%, which is just barely above the 50% minimum, which is good because we want to use as little copper as possible. And then sphalerite, 115 out of 400 is 28.75%, which is, again, just barely within tolerance. So I think this will actually work. I don't really necessarily right now need to make any tools, but I probably should because I really want to test this out. I'm going to take a look at the tool list and see what all I may be interested in. In addition, it may be worth it for me to make ingots and set up an anvil at some point. I have something I haven't done yet. I'm not exactly sure what all it takes. I don't know if I can work bismuth bronze on a starter anvil or not. So that's some stuff I'm going to look up right now. All right, so it turns out I need double ingots to make an anvil, and to make a double ingot, I need flux to be able to weld, and I don't have flux yet. I have not found anything, as far as I can tell, that will find it. I can make an anvil. The tier 0 anvil is just a stone anvil, and I believe the types of stone that I need can be found around the sort of pseudo-volcanic deposits, whatever you want to call them, around. So it seems possible to make the tier 1 anvil, but that only allows me to manipulate copper, and then I would need flux to make double ingots to make the better anvil. So it's a little out of my reach for now, unfortunately, but something to look forward to in the future. And I think once spring hits, I'm going to do a lot of exploring. I feel like spring exploring, summer farming, fall laying in supplies for winter, and then winter building is probably the best sort of loop for everything. And we are now in February, actually, so that is not bad at all. Late winter, so spring's actually approaching very quickly. I was hoping to get more work done on my house, but no such luck. All right, yeah, I'm gonna cook these ingots up. Hopefully it'll work out well, and I'll take some time to figure out what exactly I want to make with them, since I obviously have mostly full tools. I'll make an axe and a shovel at least, and go from there. Okay, I am going to make a shovel, an axe, since my axe is almost broken, a javelin, and a sword. That way I can have a full complement of damage weapons, and I'll feel much more comfortable actually going into combat. In addition, since I'm going to have to also obviously fire the vessel itself, I'm going to use the rest of the heat there to fire a backup pick, axe, and prospector's pick mold just to have on hand. So just for future use. That way I, don't have to, well, that way I just don't waste anything, really. 7, and put these here. I just got to remember that the ingots from here are used to fill those. Those are my priority. So we'll do that. Shred up our straw. There we go. There we go. Where's my logs? Excellent. Fire starter. I really hope I got those balances right. And I'm almost out of food. I'm probably going to be chopping. Oh, hey, look, both of them lit. That's nice. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm going to go use my knife to cut up some seaweed so I have food. And we'll be back, hopefully, with some successfully cooked ingots, if I got that math right. All right, here we go. Fingers crossed I did it right. Grab the rest of these molds here real fast. I probably have a good amount of time to do this. I don't know why I'm always in such a huge hurry. Probably just because I want to make sure I don't mess it up. Okay, we did it. We're good. We're good. We're good. Bismuth bronze has been made. Excellent. That's good. So that's actually a really good recipe. I've got plenty of access to the material for it. I don't have to worry so much about, wasting anything. That makes me very happy. Shovel mold and an axe mold. So my guy's wearing gloves. I can imagine how hot that's got to be. Let's pick these up here. Oh, such a relief. All right, let's crack these out of the molds. One of these days I might have a chance at getting one of these back. Seems like it never happens. Supposedly there's a chance. There we go. Sword, get. There's our shovel. There's our axe. And there is our javelin. So the javelin's only 90 damage. So it's 50% more damage. It's not terrible. Obviously, I'd prefer to use the sword and the mace if I can. The extra things here. And the shovel and the axe will definitely make my progress a lot better. I mean, even the axe has a decent amount of damage, but the sword I can actually block with. And boom, 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 big old damage. Excellent, 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 excellent. So I also wanted to take a look here at, this is potentially what the final appearance of my house will be. Actually, I take that back. Part of it's going to be essentially buried. And this could actually save me some material. I'm going to have to go through. I wouldn't normally be this stingy with material, but considering how much of a pain in the butt it is to actually gather it, I think just for now I'm going to cover up what may be covered up in the final version. I don't know. So we're just going to do that real quick to give you guys a better feel for what this may end up looking like when it's all said and done. So this would be what the exterior would look like, and this would be what the interior will look like. There's likely to be a fireplace here instead of this wall, but just for a general aesthetic idea, that's what I'm going for. So let me know what you think of it. I'm excited to get my house actually built. I'm going to need a ton of material. This is literally all the stone that I've gathered so far, and I've got this entire floor to build out of that stone, in addition to the side edges, the little trim at the very bottom. So it's going to be quite a grind. Probably go through a couple chisels and picks just to do that. So yeah, let me know what you think. But that's going to have to wait until the next episode of TerraFirmaCraft. Thanks for watching, guys. We're making progress. Woo!